Hi guys, this is 2020 astrological forecast and I would like to welcome you to the new era. In the first part of the video, I'm gonna be talking about impact of astrological events, which they will have on a global scale, on a global basis, like for society and for all of us all together. But in second part of the video, I'm gonna break it down according to your zodiac sign. So stay tuned, okay? Year 2020 was really a long-awaited year for everybody who is in this field. We were really wondering what this year will actually bring because there are some overwhelming and massive events in the sky and they will definitely impact or touch lives of us and I believe of the world, shall we say. Now, first event is very important and it's gonna be conjunction between Saturn and Pluto, and it will happen on January 12th and then it will repeat itself in 2021. So I believe whatever happens in January 12th, it will still needs to be completed, and only in 2021 we will be very much clear what is really going on here, okay? Now, this conjunction is in the sign of Capricorn, which is really very heavy, right? Because, Capricorn energy itself is very authoritative, but still, if we combine Saturn and Pluto, which are really very powerful planets, but each of them is powerful in its own unique way, we will get probably some very interesting results. Now, this conjunction happens only once in 32 or 38 years, it depends, but in past, if we look into the past, we can definitely say that this conjunction was sort of responsible for the events of World War I and World War II. Typical endings and beginnings are connected to this conjunction. This conjunction is especially important for you if you have it in your own birth chart, as I do, for example. So then you should definitely, have your reading by astrologer, because you should really be clear of where this conjunction happens, in which house, for you, because it will be the most important area for you during these upcoming years, okay? Now, if we combine Saturn and Pluto, Saturn is all about structure, having things done, but also having things the same in a way. Saturn really cling to the old and to known and very much predictable things, but Pluto is very much the opposite, right? Pluto is really very transformative energy. Pluto craves changes, and for Pluto it is all about spiritual growth, but again, dark side always comes into play with Pluto. Now, I really believe that things have to crash down first to be rebuilt or reborn again. So, one of the most common themes of this conjunction is that we really will be forced to let go of something. With this conjunction, obviously it depends on the house, but it is probably like outgrown, let's say, parts of your personality or old patterns. It can be very deep and psychological because we all cling to something, right? And in 2020 we will be a little bit forced to give it away, whether we want or no, because first we really need to have like space, and only then new things can come into our life, okay? Now, negative side of this aspect is obviously very much connected to abusing the power, to crime and even to corruption and tyranny, right? Because this aspect is really heavy, or can be heavy, if we sort of mistreat it, right? So definitely there can be increasement in corruption and in crime. You know, you personally may be dealing with someone who is very authoritative, and you know, you will sort of have to let go, or walk away or something. But on more global scale, I believe that there will be some authoritative figures who will try to force something into whole society, okay, whatever it will be. So this is really negative side, okay, so we better be careful. On more positive note, which is always good news, this conjunction is one of those things that can really bring us advanced quantum engineering, okay, new ways of using the power in its core, and really things like this. So it can really be interesting, and I believe that on a global scale, it will be all about power, how we use the power, who holds the power, and you know, how can we definitely restructure even organizations, systems, politics, because this is really heavy energy, and on a global scale it can really mean some very meaningful and important and very much necessary events for all of us, for everybody, right? Now, on more positive note, I would like to talk about another conjunction which will be happening. It is Jupiter conjunct Pluto in 2020, and it will be in the sky on April 4th, June 20, and in November 12th. You know, guys, this conjunction is the lucky one. If you have this conjunction in your birth chart, then congratulations, because this is the conjunction which is responsible for all the great wealth in the world, okay? It is really aspect of great richness. So my prediction would be that there will be really like enough financial resources in society, and it will be only up to us how we can use it and handle it, hopefully for greater good, right? Now, speculative business can go very well during this year, because you know, sometimes there are really these inclinations that things can end up very well, and if Pluto is involved, there is still a little bit of, you know, something that is not so, you know, right, or something darker, or something like underneath, a little bit secretive. So things like this can really work, okay? Third thing I would like to mention in this general forecast is Saturn conjunct Jupiter. It will be happening in the sign of Aquarius on December 21st. You know, this aspect is a bit contradictory, but still we will benefit a lot. Now I would like to go just a little bit back into history, because we already had glimpses of what this can actually bring to us as to the society, because in 1980s this conjunction happened in the sign of Libra. And you know, this was really beginning of, let's say, computers, technologies, and Google, right? So this is really just the flavor what we can expect now, but it was really back then. But now, first, I believe, because you know, endings are necessary if we really want to welcome new energy. So with that Saturn involved, because Saturn will definitely finish the sign of Capricorn here, and we really have to get rid of some things. And in this case, I believe that these will be things connected to, let's say, heavy machinery, coal, oil, okay, or fossil fuels. So these will be definitely themes, and only then we can incorporate, or we can start to incorporate that, let's say, a bit crazy Aquarius energy, but I believe it will be for good, because Aquarius energy is really a very free energy, and it is, in my opinion, the sign of Aquarius is the sign which is all about society and very pro-society oriented. So, doing this forecast, it is really difficult to tell you exactly what will happen, but I believe that with Aquarius we can definitely expect some good things, okay? So maybe there will be more like energy medicine, driverless cars, renewables, okay? And really things like that, things that are, very, very different, but very welcoming, okay? Okay, guys, this was general scale, but I know that you are all waiting for your personal forecast, so let's check your sign. Hello, dear Taurus. This is your personalized forecast for 2020. And in this video, I'm gonna break down the most important events you can expect in upcoming year. Okay, so for you, it will be mainly about education. So I don't know, maybe you are not at school already, but it doesn't matter, because there will be really things happening for you that can be really beneficial, and you can definitely like upgrade yourself in many different areas. So your year will start off on January 12th, because there is lunar eclipse happening in your third house, and on the contrary, there is Saturn conjunct Pluto happening in your ninth house, okay? So really these houses, it is very much Gemini and Sagittarius energies, are really houses that are responsible for how wise we are, how educated we are, if we have graduated, or what we have achieved in this, let's say a very important area of our life. So in my opinion, at the beginning of January, you will really try to solve these mysteries, what you really want to study. I know that you might be, employed already, that's okay, but you will still really like try to somehow figure out if you really want to expand horizons on any subject, okay? This will definitely be one of the themes, or somehow it feels like you will try to assess if you made the right choice about what you have already accomplished with your studies, if you are okay with what you have studied, with what is your degree, or you will feel the urge to really study more, but this may not necessarily be like university type sort of study, but with ninth house, which will be very prominent during 2020, you can very much become very philosophical in a sense, okay? So maybe you will really ask yourself big questions of life, okay? Sometimes we are really forced to rethink things we believe in because something bad happened to us, okay? This is very common, that people then become more, let's say, spiritual, and they really want to find out if there is God or someone to whom we can rely. So this is really the flavor of what I sense with your year. It is almost like you will really change your beliefs on some things, okay? Because there is a Saturn conjunct Pluto, so we really will be forced to let go of something, okay? And in your case, it can very well be that you will be really able to let go of, let's say, outgrown ways or beliefs, or really things that really don't serve you anymore, and you will really do it in 2020, and then you will be very open to really new beliefs, to new philosophy, okay? But don't worry, this will not be the only thing that will happen to you, because ninth house is also very closely connected to abroad. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you live in, but I see you that you will travel. You will really travel more in 2029 house, and travels of ninth house are you know, really like for pleasure and for fun. You really want to expand your horizons, but at the same time you really want to enjoy. And you Taurus people are really people who really like to have, you know, there will be another great thing going on during 2020 for you. It's all about Jupiter conjunct Pluto, and this conjunction will occur in April, June and November 2020 in your ninth house. So again, ninth house is very much active, you know, this house is very activated during this year, so you better not miss it, because having this beautiful conjunction between Pluto and Jupiter, this can really mean that some sort of luck is on your side, and you should definitely take advantage. Okay, so in case you really want to study at university, you will get a chance to do it. In case you really want to expand your horizons, you should definitely travel, because you might meet someone very important for you in your life during that year. Now, you know, this ninth house is very much philosophical and in some ways abstract house, right? Because it's Sagittarius house. So you might get concrete results, but probably in 2021, when things are being shifted to your next house. But you know, this year it is all about absorbing a lot of knowledge, you know, a lot of new things, right? Because Jupiter is all about hopes and dreams. Maybe you will realize that your dreams really don't apply anymore and you want to shift it. So this is great chance for you, not even to dream, but you know, to really achieve your dreams, whatever these dreams are. Okay, because ninth house is not very specific. Ninth house is actually very wide and broad, very broad, big picture perspective on things. So really, if you want to achieve something which is like your dream, or you have some hopes and wishes, you should definitely do it in 2020. Okay guys, hopefully you like this forecast. If you like it, you can subscribe to my channel. I will be very glad if you do it, because we can grow